Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Viaglo. If you are new here, my name is Gloria and I'm a full-time reseller on multiple different apps, and I resell clothes and ship. So today I'm going to be doing a ship with me video. This has honestly become one of my favorite videos to shoot. So I just really wanted to show you guys what sold over this weekend. It was a holiday weekend and I did make $500 worth of sales. So I really wanted to show you guys what sold, how much they cost, and what I sold them for, and how much I actually made per item. So if you might be interested in something like that, please stay tuned. All right, so the first thing to sell was actually this Arc'teryx, hopefully I said that right, type of waffle knit sweatshirt. This is maybe my third time finding it, which I am so excited for. If you've never heard of the brand, it's 100% a Bolo brand, because you will be getting a really good profit from it. I actually got lucky enough to find this at the bins, and I was surprised anybody had donated this, and then it was in a really great condition, no flaws or anything like that. But this one actually sold on eBay, and it sold full asking price, which I was really shocked about, because y'all know on Poshmark you can have like a virtual assistant and then it'll send out like offers and whatnot. So I sent out offers which was lower than my asking price, and y'all already know like Poshmark takes 20%, so they take a lot more. But I was able to sell this full asking price on eBay. The sale came through and I got really excited because I'm like, hell yeah. So this actually sold for $65. I feel like I probably could have got a little bit more for it, but honestly and truly, I feel like I don't want to be greedy. Like, I didn't pay a lot for it, so why would I, you know, wait around for an extra $10? So anyways, so this one sold for $65 on eBay. I only paid $1 for it, and I made $56.17. So I think that is a really good profit off of one item. And honestly, this is such a great brand. I was so excited when I saw the logo. If you guys aren't familiar with the logo, I would 100% get familiarized with it, just because she's a good one, okay? She is a really good brand to pick up. So I saw the logo at the bins and I was like, oh, I already know what this is. Honestly, I didn't even look it over. I just threw it in my cart. So I was like, I'll look it over later, because I'm like, I'm gonna get it. Like, regardless of what's wrong with it, I'm gonna get it. So I got it. All right, so the next one is this Cara Little vintage school dress. I saw this at the bins and I just thought that it was too cute to pass up. So I went on and took it home. I saw the roosters on it. I saw the ladybug buttons, and I was just like, oh, gotta get it. Now this one didn't sell for much, which I'm kind of upset about, because I feel like I could have definitely got like 30 bucks for it. Because if you go on eBay and you see like the sell-through rate, it is going for, you know, a higher dollar. However, since I got it at the bins, y'all, I feel like I don't like to be too greedy when it's at the bins. Like, I know that I'm pricing everything at a very reasonable price. However, some things are just not worth sitting around, you know, for an extra 10 bucks. And this was one of those items. So quick story. I feel like I always have those in these videos. So I sent out an offer. I had it listed for $38. I sent out an offer for $30 or $28, I'm not sure, roughly around that. And they sent me a message with an offer, and I accepted the offer and I never got to read the message, and it really upset me, because I'm like, I would have really liked to know what they said. So I was pretty upset. So if you guys know a way to actually look at a message that was sent with the offer after you've accepted the offer, let me know, because I would have really liked to know. So I was kind of annoyed about that. But anyway, so I spent $1.35 on this. It sold for $20 and I made $16.60 in profit, which I do think is a pretty decent profit. This one also sold on eBay as well. All right, so the next one is a brand that I don't generally pick up, and it's Lafayette 148. However, I was able to find these at the bins and I went on and picked them up. And you already know how it is when you find white items at a thrift store or the bins. Like, you have to thoroughly look it over to make sure there aren't any flaws. But these were in a like new condition, and I was pretty happy about that, because I'm like, this is a pretty decent brand to pick up. Some of the stuff does not go for a lot, but some of it does. So me and the buyer went back and forth for a little while because I had them listed at 48. Now, of course, that is well below what a lot of other sellers was listing theirs at. So I thought 48 would have been a buy it now price. However, they didn't want to spend a coin. So we went back and forth. I believe that they sent me like a $20 offer, which I thought was very disrespectful when I had it at $48. And although I got these from the bins, it's brands like this where I feel like I can play tug of war with. The other one, not so much, but this one, yes. So once I sent them a counter offer, I want to say for $35, they accepted the $35. So I was like, okay, cool. And I guess, you know, some people, they just really want to see how low they can go, because some items you just want to get rid of, so you don't mind, you know, going lower than you would like, just so you can get it out the way. But this was a pretty good brand. The item was in a really good condition, so it was no need for me to go under what I would like to go for it, so I didn't. But yeah, so this one sold for $35 and I only paid $1.39. So after fees and cost of goods, I made $29.53. So the next one also sold on eBay. This is my last eBay sale for the weekend. And it's these Toad & Co. leggings. This brand I heard from, what was that girl name? I loved her. Is her name Riley? God damn it, what is her name? Honey Rags is her channel. I don't know her real name. I feel like a terrible person. Anyways, she used to talk about this brand when she was doing YouTube videos, and she used to always like laugh about it, saying that it was like horny toad or something like that, and I would always giggle because this shit was funny. But I found this, and you know, I was pretty happy about it because it does have a cult-like following, like she says. So I went on and got it, and they sold for a full asking price of $34. And I was really happy about that because these sat, I want to say maybe for a good 6 weeks or so. I thought they would have sold a lot quicker because they got a lot of attention on Poshmark. However, I'm assuming people just, you know, you have a price point in your head of what you're willing to pay, and some people just aren't willing to pay that. But yeah, so I had these listed at $34, which was a great buy it now price. Unfortunately, I didn't get these at the bins. I did pay up for them, and by up means more than $2. So I paid $3.60 for these, and after fees and cost of goods, I made $26.55, and I'm pretty happy about that because we all love when items sell for the price that you have it set at, because you already priced it at a really good amount. I stopped, I want to say maybe in August, I stopped listing things for the price that I want for it, and more so for market price, because I feel like when you list it at market price, I feel like you have a better chance of selling it a lot quicker. But yeah, so that sold. Now we're going to move on to Poshmark sales. The first one is this figs set. So I recently went to a Salvation Army because for some reason I was just in a really good mood to go thrifting and not just, you know, to the bins. So I went there and I found 4 sets of men fig scrub pants and then like a women's top. But the top was like $6 by itself, and these were $7.99 per scrub set. So I was just like, you know, so I ended up putting the $5 shirt back because I just felt like it's not worth it. And I'm going to be completely honest with y'all too. Figs is becoming one of those brands where I just don't think I want to pick up anymore if it's not less than like $5, because I feel like it doesn't really sell that, you know, much for me, and I don't like that. And of course I resell on multiple different platforms, so of course, you know, I get a different return if I can sell it on Mercari versus eBay or Poshmark. But I just don't enjoy the price point that I get back from it. So like if I just sell the top, sell it for like $25, I'm only making, after fees and cost of goods and shit like that, like $15, and I don't know how I feel about that, because people are gonna always lowball. I think I sold one of them for like $18 at one point. So I was just like, I'm not picking these up again. However, these were sets, so I thought that it'd be a good idea to go ahead and try it out. I left the other two back because they did have like flaws on them, and I didn't want to you know, bring that home for $7. So there's that. Let me know if this is a brand that you enjoy picking up, because I know for some people this is just like a bread and butter brand, which I feel like it kind of is, like, honestly. So I guess I can't talk too much crap about it because it is a bread and butter, which means that you won't make a lot from it, but it will sell. So it is 100% a seller, I can say that. The sell-through rate is still 100%. I know I did like a video of brands that are 100% sell-through rates, and this one was one of them. A lot of those brands on that list definitely stopped being 100% sell-through rate brands, but this one, not so much. So this one sold on Poshmark for $55, and I paid $7.20 for the set, and I made $36.80 after fees and cost of goods, which I think is pretty good, honestly. That is the type of return I'd like to see. So yeah, that was a good one. All right, so the next one to sell were these blankie leggings. Ironically, I was able to pick these up at that same thrift trip with the fig scrubs. So I was really happy. It was pretty dry in there. I did go in there a day after they had their 50% off sale. So that was kind of like my mistake for doing that. Because I'm sure all the good stuff was taken already. However, I was pretty lucky to find this brand. If you are not familiar, this is just a maternity brand of leggings, and I personally just bought me some because if you guys didn't know, I am pregnant, and I don't like them. I hate to say that. I don't like the over the belly ones because I don't know if I am just too thick, and they're not made for women that are thick in the back as well. They just put like a really awkward crotch area in for me, and it just, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. So I personally don't like the leggings, but I do think that they are a really good brand to pick up to resell because a lot of women do. Like, they love them, so I'm gonna pick them up. And I got really lucky because I was able to pick up 2 pairs. Of course, there are 2 different sizes, but I was really happy. So this one sold for $38, and I paid $7.20 for it, and I made $23.20 after fees and cost of goods. So I think it was a pretty good return on my little investment, and we love that. Let me know how your sales were this weekend. Did you do really good? Was it really bad? Like, how did it go? All right, so the next one is this Ed Hardy shirt. I found this at the bin, so I picked it up. It was in a like new condition, and I just felt like, why not, you know? The only thing is, this is very modern. This isn't like that Y2K style that I was telling y'all about in my other video. But I thought that it was still a good pickup just because it was in a really good condition, and it's Ed Hardy. And the style looked really nice, so I went on and got it. And it sold within, what, a week and a half, so it's pretty quick flip. I didn't sell it for a lot, which kind of sucks, but you know how that goes. So this one sold for $22, and I only paid $1.30 for it, and I made $14.58 after fees and cost of goods. Let me know down below, do y'all pick up Ed Hardy, or are you like really specific on what you pick up for Ed Hardy? Because I don't know. I feel like when I'm at the bins, I can pick up a lot of different stuff just because I know for a fact the likelihood of it selling quick is going to happen because it's at the bins, you know, and I'm not greedy with the profit, you know, so I love that. All right, y'all, so the next one is this dude robe. I was really happy when I found it, and I checked comps because the comps look pretty good for this style of a robe. However, I was so annoyed with one potential buyer on eBay with this item, mainly because they kept lowballing me. So I think I had this listed at like $45, which was a really good price point for this item because most of them sold over $60. So I thought, you know, $45 is a pretty good price point. So then they kept sending, they sent me a $20 offer. Of course, I countered And then they sent me another $20 offer. So then of course I declined because it's the same person, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? So then they sent me another $20 offer. So then I went on and blocked them, and I know that that's probably not good business practices. However, why are you doing this? Like, I didn't accept it the first time. The second time, let it go. Let it the fuck go, okay? So since they, you know, did that, and I was really annoyed because I'm like, if I was you, at least come up to 30, like at least do 30. I still would have countered, but come on. And that's what really bothers me about people. Like, if you are a buyer on a platform, somebody lists an item and it's a little bit higher than you want to go, because of course you're trying to consider all the, you know, fees and taxes you have to pay on your end. So it's a specific price point that you want to buy the item at. Completely understandable. Sorry y'all, it was a little bit blurry, so I had to, you know, adjust it. But anyways, just be mindful of the seller and what they're selling. I feel like you should even go the extra mile of going to their page to try to see, like, okay, are they a reseller or are they just a regular person? Because you can tell when it's a regular person just getting rid of their shit, and then you can tell when it's a person that is reselling, you know, for a profit. But yeah, so I ended up blocking them, and that was on eBay, but this actually sold on Poshmark. Full asking price. I think it must have sent them an offer, my Posher VA, so I was really happy about that. But yeah, I found this at the bins, and it was a pretty good pickup. I probably would have never picked this up at a regular thrift store. It's just not my type of item to pick up, because it's just, you know, not my stilo, but I went on and got it. So this one actually sold for $36, and I paid $1.35 for it, and I made $27.45 off of it. I put it in a box because, you know, why not? Usually when I have to put things in a box, I like to do a handwritten note. All right, so the next one is this Nike sweater. Y'all, I've had this for a very long time. I want to say a smooth over a year. I was still in my other apartment when I sourced this. So it was a reseller that was, like, I guess liquidating her inventory because she didn't want to be a reseller anymore. So I followed her on Instagram, and she was just saying, like, you know, you can go and bundle some items or whatever, and it's $5 a piece. And I was cool with that, so I was like, cool. And yeah, I think it was $5 a piece. I can't remember, honestly. But I did pick up a few items, and I went on and got this one. And honestly, I regret it because Nike just does not do it for you, girl. So this one had been sitting for a while. I even pulled it at one point because I'm like, this is just ridiculous. And because I was just gonna keep it, but then it was like summertime, and I was like, it's okay, I don't want it anymore. So I went on and put it back up, and it finally sold. I think this was through an offer on Poshmark, because it sold for $16, and I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I'm assuming maybe $5, I want to say. So I'm probably only profited about $6 from this, so that kind of sucks, but you know, it happens. I feel like when I was a baby reseller, when I was just getting started in the full-time game of reselling, I just wasn't smart, okay? And I can be honest with y'all. So this was probably a bad pickup, but that's okay. Shit happens. You live and you learn. So the last thing on Poshmark sales is this Nike skirt. I actually had this for a little while. I thought this would have sold a lot quicker over the summer, but it did not, which was pretty depressing. But it finally sold this weekend, and you know, beggars can't be choosers. This is one of those items that when I pick it up, I know that I'm not going to get a lot for it. However, it is typically a quick mover, so I went on and got it. And I did not get this at the bins, unfortunately, so I didn't get a really great profit from it, but that's okay. That's okay. It sold for $23 and I paid $6 for it. So another thing that sold from Poshmark, I thought the other one was the last one, but it's these AG jeans. Now I actually sourced these, I want to say maybe about a good 5-6 months ago. And this is really around the time that I started sourcing this brand a lot more, just because it was selling a lot quicker and it was selling for a really high price point to me. So I was like, I'm picking it up all the time. And I do regret that a little bit because I just don't think it was the best idea. I do think that this is 100% a brand to pick up at the bins. Unless it's like a really good style, then of course, you know, pick it up at the thrift store. But yeah, so this one actually sold to a guest buyer for $36. And I paid $7.29 for it. So after fees and cost of goods, I made $21.51 off of these, which I do think is a really good, you know, price point to get back off of an item. However, this one sat for a really long time. So yeah, I actually like to flip my items within 2 weeks. I know that that's like a pretty big stretch, but I feel like 2 weeks after you are, you know, listing the item at market price and it is, you know, in good condition, I just think that, you know, it should go a lot quicker. But I know that everything can't just move that quick, but that is a goal. A month tops. I know a lot of people, you know, are content with probably getting the item out within like 3 months or even 6 months, but I like it to go a lot quicker than that. And now we move on to Mercari sales. The other set of figs actually sold as well. So this one actually sold on Mercari for $45 and I paid $7.20. So I only made $31.69 off of it, which is still not terrible. But if I divided it, that's roughly about $15-16 a piece, which, whatever, I'll just leave it alone. Okay, so the next thing to sell was this Forever 21 quilted jacket. This was 100% a style pickup. I never pick up Forever 21. This is a fast fashion brand that I don't pick up, but I thought the jacket looked really like decent and I thought somebody would love this. So I went on and tested it out, and this one actually sold at $23. They sent me an offer. I think I had it at $26, which I don't even really know. I don't even think I did any research on it to see how much that, you know, it really should go for. So when I got that offer, I was like, of course, $23 is really decent. So yeah, so they sent that $23 and I only paid $1.30 for it. So I made $18.43 off of this item, which we love. Pretty good flip there. Let me know if y'all pick up Forever 21. I know they make decent like clothes and stuff, but this is 100% my first time ever sourcing Forever 21 since I've been a reseller. And that's saying a lot because I've been reselling for almost 3 years now, and this is the first time I've ever picked it up. So I know next time that maybe I should start looking more into, you know, the style pickups. Let me know down below if this is a brand that y'all pick up, because I'm kind of shocked that people go on the secondhand market for fast fashion like this. All right, so the last thing to sell was this Ryan Michaels jacket. Now, I only picked this up because it was giving off very much so shacket vibes, and shackets are still in. So I thought I'd go ahead and get it, and I was pleasantly surprised when I checked comps on this brand, how well it does. So of course, y'all know me. I try to price my items at a buy it now price. So I did list mine a little bit lower than what everybody was selling theirs for. And honestly, this particular style went for a little bit more than what I had it listed for. But somebody finally bought it on Mercari for full asking price, and we love that because I have it on, of course, all of my platforms. And you know, it would send those offers to the Poshmark people and nobody wanted to pay for it. I think I did end up getting like a low ball for like $15, and I was just like, nah, that's a little too low for me. So I was gonna wait a little bit. Even at $25, I would have accepted it. I feel like when I get some from the bins and it's like a decent brand that I didn't really know too much about, I think that I would like to have a somewhat decent return on it. Like, I don't want to, you know, lose money. Well, I can't lose money from the bins, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm a little greedy, honestly. That's what it really is. But they paid $34 for it, and I only paid $1.43, and I made $27.88 off of this item. Let me know, have y'all sourced this item before, or have you heard of it? And do you pick up men items? Because I generally don't. Like I said, this was initially a style pickup, not necessarily a brand pickup, but I think I definitely would pick this brand up again if I find it at the bins, of course, and the style is decent, because some of the stuff doesn't go for that much, but some of it does. So I just say be a little picky. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this video. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you want to watch more of these type of videos. If not, I completely understand. It's not that serious. But yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.